Good morning, Quad Cities, and happy Tuesday. Yes, summer-like heat without the humidity going to be rolling on again for us today, though a little bit more wind. So if you can find some shade, that may help cool you off a little bit as we head into the afternoon. We're going to see temperatures once again in those low 90s, but with this dry air remaining locked in place, look at where your temperatures go tonight. Still in the 60s. So if you want to give the air conditioning a little bit of a break, you can open up those windows, let some of the cool air in before you crank the air back up tomorrow. Sunshine and highs in the low 90s are still quite likely. Looking into the weekend, promising signs that we're going to see the best opportunity and best coverage for rain in more than a week. This is going to be coming on Saturday night, especially into Sunday. This is Saturday, the severe storm zones. Already the Storm Prediction Center has Quad Cities points to the southwest in a threat track 1 out of 5, threat track 2 out of 5, further west into parts of Iowa. This is good news, not in terms of the severe weather, but this goes to show that finally some organized showers and thunderstorms are going to come into play later on in this weekend. So let's take it for a first look at future track. We're a little far out into the future, so the details are a little muddy here, but at least we can get a good overview and an early look at what may happen. So this is Saturday night, 10 o'clock. Decaying showers and thunderstorms coming in here after dark. And then again, we're going to repeat this as we go into Sunday. Looks like the morning's dry, but with the heat of the afternoon, you can see the rain coverage, especially north of Interstate 80, ramping up a little bit. So that's something we'll keep track on. Of course, the finer details will become a little bit more clear as we head closer to the weekend. We're also tracking some breaking weather news in the Atlantic. Our first tropical storm of the hurricane season here in the Atlantic itself. It's Tropical Storm Brett with winds of 40 miles per hour. It is expected to rapidly intensify into a Category 1 hurricane before we get to the weekend. There you see that process by Thursday into Friday with winds of 75 miles an hour. Now, as it heads towards the Caribbean, it is likely going to decrease in intensity here. There's a lot of wind shear that tears this storm apart most likely. But by the time we get towards past the weekend into early next week, there are signs this is going to curve and head back up to the northeast. Not as a strong system, but it could potentially be close enough to the United States that it will impact our pattern, slowing it down. We're going to get more details, of course, once we get closer to the weekend and see where that storm takes us after that. But certainly one thing's for sure, the heat is on and continues to be on. Mid-90s, that's the core of the heat, peaking for the start of the weekend. And with winds out of the south, there will be some humidity with that too. So the most uncomfortable day will likely be Saturday, then followed by some good coverage of showers and storms on Sunday and a brief break from those 90s for early next week.